We're back on the radio right now, pushing play to the hits for you. Bangers back to back.
Style.
It's going to be a special day today. Extra special because we have a very, very special guest in the building. A superstar.
Super cool.
Super amazing. Super fly. We have Victony in the building.
How you guys doing?
How are you doing, my guy?
See this nice hype that we're giving you. You know, film. You the film, Victony.
If you need a hype man, you just a boss.
Definitely.
Before we came on the radio, the first song we just played was AHIMA, and it was probably the most featured song in Nigerian Afrobeat history, right?
Yeah.
How did that collaboration with all of these 14 artists happen?
It's been a long time I spoke about this one. But yes, it was an idea I had, start of 2023.
Yeah.
And it took like a whole year.
You know what?
Right,
Let's just pause quickly because
Okay.
we're going back.
Okay.
I will play you another song and then we'll come back to continue this conversation live right here on the Roadshow 96.9 Cool FM. Before we went on the break, we're having this conversation about how you got all of them amazing artists to collaborate with you on that record, AHIMA.
Yeah, so start of 2023, I had the idea, and it took a long time. It took like a year, but it was just me constantly reaching out to, people that I really rock with their sound, and I'm a fan of, and yeah, that was like basically it. But it just took.
And it went
time.
so well. I remember when I first heard the song and I was like, I couldn't believe it. All of these amazing people on the same record.
Yeah.
And it was just perfect. What is so interesting to me, and it's more like poetic justice, because at one point in time, you used to underrate Afrobeat artists, but now you're an established Afrobeat superstar. How ironic is that for you?
I know sometimes it's like, it's still a story that I want to tell because people don't understand how much learning that I had to do to actually, properly understand Afrobeats, transitioning from a rapper. I know I speak on this like every now and then.
Yeah.
But people don't know to what extent, I had to go to like actually learn Afrobeats. So, yeah.
Do you think that hip hop helps? Like, there's some flows that you want to do, or you want to sing it in a way, an Afrobeats, and then you use your like rap and hip hop cadence for it, right?
Definitely. I mean, yeah. You hear it when rappers they sing like Olamide. Whenever I singing, like you just hear like new cadence that you only can have an idea of. Except like you have like rapping backgrounds and stuff like that. So yeah.
Speaking of Olamide, you dropped the song today. Yeah. Congratulations. Called Mosquito. Do you know what it reminds me of? When I hear Mosquito, it reminds me of that like Michael Jackson song. That just that first that's what the Mosquito reminds me of. But then 2024 when you dropped Stubborn, you said special thanks to Olamide Davido, and now it's like full circle. You guys are on the song. Yeah. So I think it's like two questions. First, why did you say thank you to him at that time? What exactly was the reason? And then how did this now come back full circle?
Olamide was the reason, I put out my album. Right, because at the time I wanted to put out an EP. I wasn't album ready, and I just went to. That was the first time I went to him to actually like just seek his advice and just know what he thinks about the EP. And then when I played it for him, it's like, is this it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's like, no, you have to go harder. Play me all your songs, and I just kept playing songs that day, and just like, this has to be an album because you have so much good music.
Yeah,
and He was like, he doesn't think I should care about like, what it was going to do at the time, but it's building my catalog. And that's what really matters as an artist. So that's perspective shifts that happened to me that day. I feel like I really owe it to him because if I didn't pay him a visit, I probably would have put out Stubborn as an EP, as opposed to an album. So the album Stubborn, it now means a lot to me. So special thanks to Olamide once again for making that happen.
I like that you did that because, some people help people a lot of times with their projects, listening ears, changing this, and they don't really get like a public shout out. You could have just said, oh, thank you, and then kept it moving. Right? So shout out to you for actually like putting it in text for posterity's sake as well. So now that the song is out, so how did this one now happen? Like, did you reach out? Did he was just available?
It was kind of like the same process. So, I mean, I'm working on this new project right now, and I just wanted to know what he thought about it. And I was at his crib, I was playing songs, and he was telling me I need that Afrocentric record, because the sounds on the project I'm working on is like a bit too it's very housey,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, at the time though,
Yeah.
but he's like, oh, we need the Afrocentric record, and I played him this one, and his reaction to it really, really inspired me to ask him if he wanted to be on the song, and
Yeah.
he didn't even hesitate. He was like,
And he
yeah,
jumped
of
on
course,
it.
yeah.
Since we're still talking about the album Stubborn, which is your debut album, of
Yeah.
course, we've moved from so many amazing EPs that you've dropped to having this one right now, this full project. Some people describe Stubborn as the definition of daring creativity. Some even said a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
When you think back on that particular project, do you describe it as a timeless project?
Yeah, it is. Every now and then I'll still play records from it, and I'm super proud of myself.
Yes.
And most importantly, I really feel like I know I'm a very unique artist, and that's what matters to me, like expressing that uniqueness. So Stubborn really, really holds that, to a very high degree.
Yeah.
See how experimental I am, see the range, you see the sounds that I can dabble into every now and then. So yeah, it is timeless.
I wanted you to say it because I know as a fan and as a lover of music, it sounds really timeless. And it was, some would even argue that, was that a risk, seeing as, it was your official debut album and you came with such a different sound, like I said, a breath of fresh air. And, you put out that album and it was almost like, if it works fine, if it doesn't work fine, but it did work. And it was so different and unique. So how does that make you feel? Proud, arrogant, overconfident? What are you feeling?
No, I mean, it just makes me believe in the journey,
the craft,
more and more. You know, so I believe in everything that I'm doing now, and I know that whatever I do, I have listening ears. Because the love that my fans showed Stubborn gave me like a confidence boost. Like, okay, I can just continue to do me, which I'm doing right now. So I feel like that's what it is for me,
Yeah, and since we're talking about collaborations, I think Kemi Small, before she stepped, mentioned that you already have a new song now. It's Mosquito, right? Featuring on Olamide. Another collaboration that I personally love is the one with Odumodublvck, right? It's Pity This Boy.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting record.
I know.
The first time I heard it, I didn't know it would be a stickler for me, a song that I would always go back to listen. I mean, so many of the records that you've been on or you own have that effect on me, really. But that particular one is very, very catchy, and it's gone such amazing numbers on different streaming platforms. How did that collaboration come to be?
So Odi just sent me the record. He's like, yo, I need you on this one. Like, this one is meant for us. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I just went to his crib and we made the music, and just tapping into his world and seeing how much he believed in the song. It really inspired me to like create that verse. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it was me just feeding off his energy. Right. Which is like the essence of collaboration anyway. You know? So yeah.
And obviously, I mean, from when you came into the studio, I wasn't surprised because I know you seem a little bit reserved, and I think I've heard one time where you said you're very introverted, and you're also a superstar. You have to go out, you have to be on tour. I think you were on tour recently. You perform at different shows. How do you juxtapose both personalities and identities? That on one hand, you are a musician who has to be out there, and on the other hand, you're a reserved, introverted person who doesn't want to come out.
Yeah, I mean, we just do what we have to. We just do what we have to. Because sometimes you're left with no choice, and you have to do what you need to market the music. But yeah.
I've been waiting for the video to drop. I think it's dropped now. The video.
I
was waiting at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's in black and white.
Yeah, it is.
Your visual direction is always very interesting, right? So why did you decide entire black and white for this video?
I feel like it's because the theme of the song is really, really important to me, and I didn't want the visuals to be misleading. I feel like the general feel of the song is quite uplifting, but I wanted that contrast with the visual where it's just like, okay, we can actually pay attention to what he's saying. So I feel like when you're watching the video, you're seeing all that. I'm actually telling a story with this song, regardless of what it sounds like or what it feels like. So that's why.
Yeah, and still on visuals, right? So early in your career, your cover art, Soweto, AHIMA, Outlawville, the entire, you had characters, Street Fighter-ish type, and then But for Stubborn, it was now more like of yourself, photography of yourself and
Yeah.
stuff. So why did you make that switch? And are you ever gonna go back to the animation style and like creating worlds?
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, it's just like when you're coming up, it's this childlike characteristics that you still have in you. And I feel like growing up, I always used to be very much involved in like 2D art and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to like portray that in my music, like have a visual representation of the world that I'm building for my fans. So that's what I'll usually do from time to time with the arts. But with Stubborn, it was a project that was personal to me, that had to do with like self-expression, like showing my fans, this is me, this is Victony right now, this is the best music that I have.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it had to be me. And at the time, it was really like a very interesting time in my career, where it was like a make or break moment. It was like, oh, this is a point where like I can go for that, or like, just step back. So it's like, yeah, it was a very deciding moment. So I wanted it to be very personal. So yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But I missed the
No,
the
definitely we're coming back.
character.
No, we're
Yeah,
coming back.
give us some 2D.
No, we have something for you. We have
Yeah.
something.
All right. You've put out so much. You've been working so hard this 2025. You had Pity This Boy, Holy Water, Psycho, Glory 2. Today you're already on Stars' album. Yeah, I was listening to Up on my way here, and I really, really like it. How do all of these people know?
She had to take a breath.
Yeah, because don't they need you to do like media rounds content? This one will say come and shoot, or this one will say come and shoot, or like, are you not tired?
This is all I do now. So
How do you balance? How do you balance it in this time? And how do you ever get like creative block in a moment or time or stretch where you're like, you know what, I'm not recording anybody's music. I'm not taking no features. I just want to breathe.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, some of these features are like from last year.
Oh.
Like
Wow.
I made this SARS up with SARS like a year and some months now. Ago, and so I mean sometimes they're just clearing in advance, and you know how album rollouts goes for like everybody. So it takes time for the music to come out. So it kind of like just dropped at the same time, But we were definitely finding the balance between doing all this and just taking our time for ourselves and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Since we're talking about collaborations, let me talk about the you jumped. I don't know if Kemi has already asked that question. The Davido collaboration. Okay, so of course on the 5 album, you were on the album as well, and nobody knew, or I didn't know.
Yeah.
I think the rumor started to swell when you I think there was a video of you and Davido and St. John, and that was when the entire rumor became before you answer that, once again, let's take this quick break so we'll tease the listeners before you drop this information. So back to the music. Here is Damiel Johnson after this. The 5 album, of course, I don't know if it was a really well-guarded secret or people already knew in the industry, but of course, how did that collaboration happen? The work with Davido.
Yeah. I mean, when people think of Musaki, is like, I mean, they remember Victony because, as the first artist that he collaborated with in Nigeria. I did a remix to his song, Salema. I think I heard it. I reached out to him, and we just became friends. And then he came to Nigeria. We had some sessions.
Yeah.
And at the time, Musaki wasn't even an artist yet. So he used to always tell me about writing for him and stuff like that, but I never got the chance to. But I feel like he tells me how much of an inspiration I am to him. So like, so when he did the song with Davido, he sent it to me first. Yeah. But then I think Davido hopped on, and they kind of like just wanted me on it. So yeah.
All right. So I saw an interview where you said you only like positive news and you don't like to watch bad stories. Maybe you don't want to even see them on your socials. And I can absolutely relate. But is it safe to deduce now from that you're an overthinker?
Maybe. Maybe.
Why did you pause?
I don't even. I was trying to remember what interview I said that.
I don't want to mention the guy's name on the radio, but you had one where you said you don't like to see bad news and you just scroll past. And I can understand, because I also don't like to see bad news as well. I just always, if I want to mute the post, I mute it. I'm not going to spend my time watching bad news.
But how do you deal with bad news, though? Because no matter how you try to avoid it, bad news is kind of like a part of life. Like it's not all happy 24/7.
No, of course not.
Yeah. So when the rain comes, how do you deal with it?
I mean, it's just hope for a better day.
A sunny day.
Yeah.
We hope for the sun to come. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. You also have spoken about like a lot of themes in your music. There's like resilience, themes of identity, there's desire. There's so many themes, subject matters that you cut across, right?
Yeah.
What stories do you feel like you haven't told yet? Like what themes are you looking forward to maybe singing about, but you're probably waiting?
I mean, I just need to be like, a little bit more recent with like how I'm communicating with the fans. I think that's just the part that is left because, I wait till like I experience something and then I put it all in the body of work and then, I want to carefully create it. But I don't think I'm at that stage where like I record tonight and I'm dropping tomorrow, which is like which is needed. You can say that's how you're able to like connect with the fans.
Yeah.
Like, it's your most recent emotion. So yeah. So right now, stories that I haven't told, I mean, you hear them when I told them.
You said you were at the beginning. You did say that you were working on a project at the moment.
Yeah, I did.
Yes. Okay. So, is there anything you can tell us about it? Even though, like, you have
On
your
the wraps.
management, they're gonna be giving you side eye.
They don't know anything about. I don't even know anything about it.
Okay.
It changes.
Let's go with that.
Every day. So like, yeah. But whenever it's out, it's out. So,
Speaking of changing, yes, I mean, like from the initial version to the last version of a song, and then the projects before it comes out.
Yeah.
How do you know when it's done?
You just feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just feel it.
Is there any time that you've put out a song and you're just like, I wish I could have added something. I wish I could take it back.
Who's taking a deep breath? No, that's because I always
straight somebody. You're like, we submitted it. You're like, no. I need to add one more line.
Just this one. Just this one.
So Mosquito was actually supposed to drop with the pre-save league for the project.
Okay.
And I actually casted it the night of Mosquito's release. So that's how bad it is. But sometimes, like, when the feeling is not there, it's not there. When it's there, it's there. I say you
that
wouldn't.
must be hectic for admin. Just going with the feelings. They'll be like, this artist will not kill me. But I understand. Yes, it's ready when it is.
You've put out a number of projects so far. I mean, 2 of them are EPs. The new one now is a full project. Yeah. Of the 3 that you've worked on, I mean, majorly that is out there. We have Saturn, we have Outlaw.
Yeah.
We have Stubborn, obviously. Which did you have the most passion for when you were making? Which album or which project did you absolutely put all of your energy into, invested all of your energy and resources and your time to make?
That'll be Stubborn.
Stubborn, okay.
Stubborn,
the debut album.
Just given the situation, transitioning from an EP to an album within like a month is crazy because the amount of work that goes into like album rollout and stuff like that. So it's like I'm gonna get into that mind state of putting out an album.
Yeah.
You had to like really, really like put in more effort, like getting the mixes done, the mastering, shooting content, doing what we have to just make up for the fact that we're putting out an album. So I'll say Stubborn.
You've been probably one of the most sought after artists for features in Nigeria in the past couple of years. When you made Stubborn, the album, was there any artist that really wanted to be on your project, but it just couldn't make the cut because maybe time or scheduling conflict or whatever?
No.
Everybody was on it?
Everybody who I wanted to be on it was on it.
I love it. Talk your.
Yeah, because Tizo Touchdown was my favorite artist in 2024.
Okay.
I've always wanted to work with Shallipopi.
Yeah.
Ashake came to mind the moment I made Stubborn.
Oh, wow.
St. John's is one of my favorite artists of all time. So it's like, everybody I really wanted to be on it. So
All right.
One time you were asking about Nigerian streetwear brands that you wanted to like link up with. What's up with it? So we're gonna talk about the fashion now.
Okay.
So did you link up with any of them?
I did.
Were you feeling? Are you
yeah.
trying to do some fashion yourself as well?
I mean, to be honest, that's a space I want to dabble into when I have more time. Right now, I just want to get the music sorted out properly. But I'm very much interested in fashion. Super interested in fashion. See how it changes over time with how I'm feeling. So
All right. Thank you so much for coming. You have a new record out, Mosquito, featuring Olamide. Everybody's buzzing about it. We're gonna play the song till you start to have trove up.
and up. I really like up too.
So thank you so much for coming, Victony. We're so happy
me.
to have you at the Cool FM studio. Hopefully we have more of you in the near future. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the music right now. You leave you in the hands of Victony and Olamide with this.